Hey everybody, welcome back. Mr. B here. So today we're talking about yellow to orange belt hand strike. So this video is for those of you that have gone through and promoted to the rank of yellow belt, and now it's time to start working on that practice sheet to get your orange belt. So we're going to start off with our hand strikes. Right guard stance. So from right here, we're going to start off with our inside hand sword. Now, when we do our inside hand sword, we're going to start by raising our elbow just slightly. Okay, not all the way up, not all the way back here, just a little bit. And what we want to do is we want to drop this elbow and then start to bend the hand like so. And then we want to carry all the way across. So if you're looking right here, I should be able to frame my face inside. If you stop right here, you hit the target, but you didn't carry through. So again, from your guard stance, raise slightly, hand sword across. Boom, boom, boom. Okay, now all I'm looking for you guys to do when you're working through your practice sheets, 10 to 15 on each side. All right, so right here, left guard stance, offside. Again, I raise slightly, my elbow drops, and my wrist bends, so that if you're looking at it from this angle right here, okay, I should have a nice bend in the wrist, and then a good bend in the elbow, carrying all the way through. So again, pop, pop, pop. Very nice. Back to that right stance. Now, right guard stance here. Any inside motion is always going to have an outside counterpart, just like inward block, outward block, inside and outside hand sword. So your outside hand sword is going to start by raising back to your left shoulder. From here, you're going to begin to pop your elbow up so that you can strike out. On this motion, your elbow is dictating where the hand ends up. You don't want to carry through past, okay, much more than like 3 to 5 inches outside of your shoulder here. Again, you don't want to stop directly in front of your face. You want to carry just outside of the shoulder so that you're practicing carrying through the target. Again, I start to load up, I aim, I fire. Now, for those of you more advanced that might be watching this movie, you'll also notice that I'm torquing my wrist into place. So when I'm here, it looks almost like I'm in a backhand, and then boom, I whip my hand into place right at the last position. So pop, fire, pop, fire. Okay, as you get better, boom, okay, it takes on a little bit more of an efficient motion. And again, like a good martial artist, we're always practicing on the right and the left. We want to be ambidextrous as much as possible. Pop, pop, pop. When you're doing a hand sword, the target is right here, in between the bottom of the knuckle and the pinky, and then right here at the bottom of the wrist. You want to get a good tension in this outside portion of your hand, and you're just looking to strike fast and hard. Back to that right guard stance. Now, our next move is our first backhand move. We're going to be working on our pivot punch. So from here, we're just doing a nice backhand punch. For those of you that have had some boxing experience, you'll know this as a cross punch. All right. So from right here, I'm just looking to pivot my hips, okay, and I want my punch, boom, to strike my target at the apex of my hip pivot. So that way, I'm capitalizing on maximum power. But from right here, right guard stance, so my left hand is punching, boom. Now, when we're punching, okay, our goal is to hit with the big knuckles in our hand here. So the index finger and the middle finger. So you don't just want to punch straight, you want to crank that wrist just a little bit so that these two knuckles line up with the bones in your arm, creating a really solid punch. From here, pivot, pivot, pivot. Now, when you pivot, some people, there's a lot of schools of thought about raising up onto this back foot from here. Okay, I don't like to come up on my toes. I like to hit a really solid forward stance, boom, and take advantage of full friction with the ground, capitalizing on the power that the ground is going to give me from interacting with it. Again, power is where our ground comes from, so we want to get as much of it as possible. Pivot, pivot, pivot. Switch sides, always work in both. So now, left guard stance, right hand is punching, boom, 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 boom. Good. Now, our final hand strike that we need to know to move from yellow to orange is our inside elbow. When we're doing our inside elbow, a lot of people like to just pop it up, kind of like they're doing this little chicken wing motion here, boom. Okay, that's not a full elbow. We're just kind of lifting that elbow up. We're not really doing a strike. what I want you to do is use the full range of motion in your shoulder to rotate back and across. So here, boom, okay? I do have to load up a little bit in an effort to gain some power here. So pop and pop. My wrist position, okay, is like I'm looking at my watch. Some people will rotate their hand over like this, and really what you end up doing is you hit with the muscle, and that's fine, okay, but you hit a whole heck of a lot harder if you're hitting with this exterior arm bone right here. So when I'm here, I'm trying to keep this nice and horizontal as I carry through and back. And again, you notice that circular motion because it's a shoulder move, all right, and the shoulder is a circular joint, all right. My elbow also takes on a circular motion, all right, so I'm just looking to carry through and then back, boom. Okay, some of you guys will notice the elbow sandwich, all right? Not a big deal how you practice that, but really what I'm looking for is a good shoulder rotation. Pop, pop, pop. So, quick review. Inside hand sword, okay, carrying across, boxing in your face, bend at the wrist, bend at the elbow. Outside hand sword, use the elbow to dictate where the hand is going, okay, and strike it just outside of your shoulder. Pivot punch, off the backhand, make sure that you're really cranking that wrist so that you hit those two knuckles, and then finally our inside elbow, using more of a circular motion that comes with the circular motion on the joint. Anyway guys, until next time, train hard, fight fast, score first. Asai.